Oh, man. Did you see that? Sorry about that, folks. I tried to keep it non-offensive. Oh, don't look at that. Oh. How do you respond to that? I know. Boom. Oh, who picked up on that? Who picked up on that? Ah. I don't even have to say it. If you are familiar with some basic openings in chess, you will know what I just did. Ah. Okay, let's go. I'm getting on this diagonal before my opponent. The bird is the word, if you didn't know, actually. I did say it after all, didn't I? F4. Okay, let's go, bishop. You know you want to play. And so does this bishop. E3. Bishop B5. Kill the knight. I don't have to worry about this guy. Ah. Okay, E3. Let's pin a knight. What else is my light square bishop going to do? Right here, A6, chop, chop. Get in a D3, C4 structure. This has happened before. If you've been tuned into this stream, you'll know a formation that you could be running with if you shatter the queenside structure here. I don't know, shatters maybe a bit much, but if you damage the structure in some form, having doubled C-pawns, and work against this bishop, trying to arrest this bishop in some way, restrict it, could be a good plan to run with. Now, is my opponent concerned about having potential doubled C-pawns? We're going to see. Now what? To that, my opponent says, I do not want to deal. Let's not castle. I do not want to deal with doubled C-pawns. And, okay, now I'm going to take... I was hesitant to play D3, you'll note, because of a queen A5 move. I'm not losing stuff, but I'm close to losing stuff. I don't really want to play knight C3. I do want to play this, though. I'm still after maybe the possibility to damage the structure. To damage the structure. Only in chess will you hear that. Queen C7, chop. No, actually, queen here, I'm not chopping anything. My knight wants to play one day, and I think having a pawn on D3 is a good idea, so I could pivot, and then he could follow in this knight's footsteps. D3, knight D2, knight F3, queen E1, queen coming out over here. Probably a good idea. Let's go, pawn. Ooh, this knight isn't being challenged. Let's go, knight. I maintain control over this square. Now, there is an opportunity to make sure I get this bishop back, and maybe I should. Maybe. What's the plan here? If I don't take, the bishop can back up, and then an eventual D4 move. This could be an annoying square. Let's do this, actually. Let's go, knight. Where do you want to go? This is your home. Get to your home right now. E5. Maybe queen F3. There's going to be maybe this move I have to be concerned about. The C file could be ripped open real soon. Tempo gainer. What's the clock situation? The queen's going to calmly come back. This is the most natural square. Keeping pressure on the knight, staying out of tricky knight forks. Is something like this crazy? Probably. Let's not do it. I want to get in queen G3 and... Ooh. I don't know. Actually, that's not working. How about knight takes knight and then pawn push? I'll go for that. Let's go with this. F5 is the break. Because guess what? These rooks want to play. And for as long as this f-pawn is around, for as long as I don't engage with my opponent's pawns, they're not going to play. This is something that has to be dealt with, this possibility for f6. A shattered kingside structure is possible. This drops a pawn. For a moment, I actually thought it was available. And what else? Tick, tick, tick. Less than 2 minutes. Oh, shutting off the connection with my bishop. So much for this move. The bishop just takes. Now, if I take like this, I have to worry about my c-pawn. I don't want to worry about my c-pawn. My pawns are well placed. It's coordinated well. Let's go, bishop. Do something over here. Okay, here's the plan. The plan is deal with the c-file opening up, and in the meantime, go after my opponent. Oh, okay. Well, let me stop this first. What's my opponent ready to do? They're ready to trade off dark square bishops. So, no. Don't you dare. I don't want you to play to g5, and I'm on the pawn. Also, bishop h6 is a threat. Maybe. Actually, it is. Oh, actually, f6, bishop h6 is met with that. Free pawn. I'm going to take the free pawns. I think it's a freebie. Checking once, checking twice. It's a free pawn. That was missed. And now there's serious trouble. Because guess what? My e-pawn is going to have something to say about the position. He's going to get to e5. And the pawn's going to get to f6. The rook is going to eventually get here. That's okay. e5, f6, and the bishop is actually trapped. If this pawn is pushed, I think I just let it sit. Let's go, pawn. Do something. And I'm a little scared. Queen here, threatening bishop h6. I'll try that. This is a threat. Bishop h6, rook f7 is met with the pawn push, which is lethal. Bishop can't move. There's probably pawn takes needed, or a king here. Pawn takes or king there. This isn't good now. More material. Uh-oh, the bird. Bird versus bird. It's a video game, isn't it? Something like that. Anyhow, rook f7, e6. What's the best continuation? Might it be a whole rook my opponent goes down? Pawn push, I chop. This is a brutal thing to deal with. Maybe this should have come sooner. Less than 20. Okay. e6 for the win. Chop with check. And then kill the king. It's a rook for a pawnee. And then just retreat the bishop. Actually, I don't have to retreat the bishop because my pawn is guarding g8, and that would be mate. Support point just in time, and the queen is actually a freebie. Actually, this is a cool mate. The bishop's pinned. I almost missed that. I was going to take the queen. Taking the king is better, though. That is mate. Okay, good game. Let's back up here and see how either one of us could have improved. Okay. My first improvement is to actually change that picture. My first suggestion. No, it's okay, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I don't like showing those pictures on the stream. You just threw the bird at like over 700 people, and they did nothing to you. Anyhow, bird's opening. I'm on this diagonal. I don't know about the pawn move. Get this bishop out, right? Maybe get him out here or here, and then play this. maybe like h6 you could tuck him back or something. But I wasn't too worried about things. Wasn't too worried about things as soon as I saw the bishop was disconnected from my side of the board. I guess that's one way to kind of phrase it. So you throw a question to it. That's a main suggestion because I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Maybe another one is to challenge this knight. Maybe bishop d6. Although, okay, maybe this was maybe there was some concern my opponent had here about doubled f pawns, because guess what? If you play bishop d6, knight takes bishop, queen takes knight, I could be playing bishop takes knight, but I don't know if that's really a good idea, because that doubled f pawn, the one on f6, is controlling e5, which is what you try to do in the white on the white side here. You're trying to pivot about on this e5 square, and if you're controlling that, that's certainly going to be a very difficult thing for me to, you know, what would I do if you take away the one square I was trying to devise a plan around? So in other words, maybe bishop d6 is actually a decent idea. And another thing is that, I mean, you're not even castled kingside, right? If we could still run with this some visual calculation here, bishop d6. Let's just say I run with it immediately. Knight takes bishop, queen takes knight. Bishop takes knight, pawn takes. You could castle queenside, throw a rook on the g file, and maybe already be pointing at g2. Your queen would at that point be on c6. There's maybe something going on there. And I think this is a pretty decent home for your king, right? Get your rooks rolling on the g. Okay, so that's the other suggestion. I'm feeling pretty good here. I think white stands better because this is a very annoying pawn. I wonder if the best resistance is to actually take, and we get the queens off the board, and you have to deal with a rook having pressure, but I think you could just defend rook d8 and maybe f6 and get your king over to this e6 square. Did you follow that? Takes, 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 takes. My rook is on this pawn. Rook d8. And as follow-up moves, you could be playing f6 to release any pressure on f7, but more so to allow for king f7 to e6, because if there is a pawn you're going to, if you need to have one of your center pawns watched over by a piece, the piece that's going to be most comfortable with that is your king, because guess what? That's where he wants to be anyway. It's convenient in the endgame. The king wants to be in the center, and he could be in the center and watch over a pawn at the same time. Okay.